vast majority of our pupils are doing national courses, national fives, hires and some GCSE courses. They will be studying subject lessons, as you would expect in any school, in English and chemistry and French and maths. But they also have their main lessons. Even at the age of 17 or 18, they're studying a wide range of subjects that you wouldn't necessarily expect in most schools. Subjects like astronomy, and philosophy, and drama. And everybody studies these subjects alongside their exam courses.
The teaching styles here are not as didactic as mainstream schools. There is quite a bit of individual learning as you move through the later years, and also you kind of learn through your drawing and you learn through your creative thinking, through your art and music as well.
The teachers teach their students to look at things from all sorts of perspectives. We learn a lot about different cultures here at the school, which I like. Especially when we're younger, we've been taught to take a step back and look at what's going on. We have a lot of knowledge about how to respect other people's cultures.
I think the school gave me confidence with my work and with the people I've met. It's quite a worldly school. It was very open-minded. A lot of my class went on to be doctors and dentists and very, very academic. But if you weren't that academic, you could be guided in your skills, and that made me feel confident as a child. Every element of my career harks back to the school.
The best example of our interdisciplinary learning is our main lesson curriculum, where pupils and young people study intensively for a block of time for the first hour and a half to 2 hours of every day. There are many different main lessons, but one strand is in maths, and there are a number of different maths main lessons all the way through the school. For example, in the upper school, they study trigonometry, and they do that from different angles. They may be doing the maths, but they may also be working through art, through thinking about examples out in nature where they could apply that learning. But then that main lesson is used as a foundation for surveying a year later.
My previous school, you'd learn something and you'd really just be told about it, and you'd maybe make some notes about it, and that would be it, and you forget it so quickly. But here, since everything is presented in such an artistic way, you get to make everything really colourful. There's a lot of practical work with your hands.
We offer two contrasting languages starting at age 6. We offer French and German because the natures of these languages are very, very different. So what does that offer to the children? It offers them a chance to experience another culture, to try the other language, and therefore it moves into them in a deep way. We like to think that it helps them to become citizens of the world. When you meet someone who's gone to a Steiner or Waldorf school, you can kind of pick up that there's a greater embrace of the world.
Well, a broad and deep curriculum which allows pupils the opportunity to explore themselves in ways that take them sometimes out of their comfort zone and allow them to find opportunities to stretch themselves, which we do through drama and music and art, but also sciences, which give them an opportunity to experiment rather than just soak up knowledge and skills and facts. This kind of education lays the foundation for later what we would call self-directed learning.
Because the world changes so quickly, what this style of education equips you to do is to be able to learn You develop a love of learning and you develop an ability to be creative, to be resourceful, to be adaptive.